So we're gonna do that Granblue deck profile. There's two cards I'm gonna say that I would change out, but yeah. So starting Vanguard, be the Ghosty, pretty standard now. You mill 2, draw 1. It's kind of like a plus, especially for Granblue. Even if you mill double trigger, you gotta believe. That's what I do. Usually it doesn't fail me. I run 4 Rough Seas, Soul Charge to draw 1. It's kind of nice sometimes, and crits. Psychic Bird of the deck. 4 of these crits and 4 of these crits, because who needs draw triggers or stand triggers in Granblue? You just punch people in the face really hard. And then the 4 heal triggers. This is my friend's deck technically. I just borrowed it and changed it to my own. I would actually run the Ghost heal trigger personally. 4 Samurai Spirit. I guess I would run, I don't know, these are pretty staple in Granblue in all honesty, because they fix your bad columns, or if you need an extra booster or something at some point in time, they're there for that. And then the best grade ones in the deck, the 4 Rough Seas, or Sea Strolling Banshees, because she's what gets you your pluses and makes the deck kind of ridiculous at times, because your hand advantage is just pretty much ridiculous. 3 Gushing, I'd run 4, but I only have 3 and they're kind of hard to find. And I'd rather not buy it online, because technically it is also my friend's, so I'm not going to invest into it. So I would actually replace one of these for the Gushing and one for a Dancing Cutlass, but since I don't have them right now, I'm just running the Romeros. And they're actually nice, because when you cross ride, it can be a 21 and whatnot. When you boost the Nightmist, then you have enough rear guards to go through. But yeah, so grade 2, 3 Ruin Shade. They help you get through your deck and the general engine of the Granblue and milling and hitting good numbers, because they don't have 12k attackers other than this guy, but it's only when it's caught out from drop. So you only, I don't know, I feel like you only need 2, because your idea is to just get them to drop, so you really only need 1, because you're not going to mass call them. At least the way I play the deck, because you're calling out the Banshees most of the time. And then 3 Pietros, because damage on flipping early game, so you can use your Samurai Spirits more and your Cocytus on ride. And then for the other grade 2s, I run 4 of these Skeleton Demons, because in the chance you're grade locked, you're gonna be milling with your starter, and if you have the Ruin Shades, so if you happen to mill your Cocytus, you can Superior Ride under at grade 3, so that way you're not completely screwed. And I don't know, it's a 9k, so I don't see why not. And you get a discard card from your hands that kind of helps with getting Banshees and stuff to the drop without calling them. And then the 4 Nightmist, the 3 beautiful SPs, that 1 random double rare. The entire engine really that you want to be hitting is to break right into break ride, calling usually a column of the Rough Seas, so blasting 2, draw 2, and then just having a column there and a booster, and just keep swinging every turn with heavy pressure, and you're plussing 2 cards to hand every turn. And then when you eventually get to the point where you have to ride one of these, preferably the Cocytus is, because you get a call 2, Soul Blast 2, and then you can activate his skill because you're still on ride to call another rear guard somewhere, wherever you need. And you can do ridiculous combos with calling over things and drawing more cards depending on how you do your combos. And then the fact that he swings for on the mid break, as long as you have a 6k booster, he'll hit 21s every time. So that's kind of nice, even though it's a 10 body, you're drawing enough to usually be able to guard the numbers for being a 10. And then that's basically how the engine I run it is. Your idea is to just break ride and then hit that at some point at the end with your unused counterblasts. And I run 1 reverse just in case. You can cross ride especially if you end up riding this first, and then you're just sitting there for 10 all the time, and you're not getting your skills off other than riding into each other, and you're kind of blasting 2 every time. Thankfully this doesn't cost anything other than the lock and milling 3, but I don't really actually like the unit skill usually because you're gonna deck out really fast using it if you're trying to rebuild fields every time. That's kind of why I only put it to 1, and it's really useless until limit break, which is also really bad because at least with this on ride you can kind of blast 2 and get something. So you just eat all the damage, well, eat 2 damage anyway, and then you can just sit there and at least get some sort of plus maybe. And then with this, you just ride it and you're just stuck until limit break. You literally can't do anything. That's why I don't like running more than 1. I ran 2 for a while and I kept drawing them, and I ended up riding them way more often than I wanted to. That's why there's only 1. And that is the entirety of the deck. See you guys later.